Why was the sky glowing? I'll never forget the way it looked. A strange green haze spreading across the stars like spilled paint. It wasn't normal, nothing about that night was. I was sitting on the hood of Dad's old truck, parked at our favorite spot near Blue Ridge Lake. Dad used to bring me there when I was little, before he left. Back then, he'd tell me stories about constellations and how they were maps for lost travelers. Now, the only stories were the ones I told myself, mostly about how life in a one-stoplight town felt like a cage. But that night, something was different. The stars weren't just twinkling, they were moving, fast. At first, I thought it was a meteor shower, but these lights were darting in all directions, almost like they. Then one shot straight down. I flinched as the ground beneath me trembled. It wasn't far, maybe a mile or two past the lake. My heart raced as I stared at the trees in the distance. They were glowing faintly now, the same eerie green as the sky. Nope, I muttered to myself, sliding off the truck. Curiosity kills, right? But before I could climb into the cab and drive away, I saw a faint trail of smoke rising from the woods. Something was out there. I grabbed the flashlight from the glove box and started walking. Every rational thought screamed at me to turn back, but my feet wouldn't listen. The forest was quiet to quiet. Even the crickets had gone silent. I found it in a small clearing. The ground was scorched black, and in the center lay a jagged, metallic object about the size of a microwave. It didn't look like a rock. It looked crafted. As I stepped closer, the object let out a low hum. My flashlight flickered and died. Great, I whispered, feeling the hairs on my arms stand up. I reached out cautiously, my fingers brushing against the surface. It was cold, colder than anything I'd ever felt. Then it moved. A seam split open, and light poured out, so bright I had to shield my eyes. When I looked again, something was hovering above the object, a small, floating sphere covered in pulsing blue veins. "Hello?" I said, my voice shaking. The sphere pulsed brighter, almost like it understood me. Then it shot into the sky and disappeared. I stood there for what felt like hours, staring at the spot where it had vanished. My mind was racing, trying to make sense of what had just happened. Was it a drone, a satellite, or something else? Before I could decide, I heard voices. Spread out. Someone barked. Flashlights danced through the trees. Whoever they were, they didn't sound friendly. Panic set in. I ducked behind a tree, my heart pounding so hard I thought they'd hear it. "Find the artifact," the voice ordered. Artifact? My eyes darted back to the object in the clearing. They were talking about it. I didn't stick around to find out what they wanted with it. I crept back through the woods as quietly as I could, every snapped twig sounding like an explosion in the silence. When I finally made it back to the truck, I jumped in and slammed the door. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely get the key in the ignition. As I sped down the dirt road, I couldn't stop thinking about the sphere and the way it seemed alive. Whatever it wasn't meant to be found. But now I had a choice. Pretend none of this ever happened, or figure out what I'd just stumbled into. For the first time in my life, small town boredom didn't seem so bad. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching.